fuse back on Magnum Quest, and it turns out your position when you create a team matters quite a bit, and not just the ways that you're probably thinking. So, let's get into the normal stuff, but I'm telling you, it goes much further than just putting tanky characters in the front. All right, so this stage that I'm on, first of all, typically you will want your tanky characters up front. If you have somebody like Fair who can actually pull the enemies together, you want Ares right beside him. But not always is that the case. First of all, some of the damage dealers or support champions, such as Sir, are actually really good at surviving in the front. You can put them right front and center. People who have good leech effects can actually survive pretty well up front. So it doesn't always have to be like a tanky hero. It could be a support champion or anybody who has real good sustain. But that is not what we're really talking about. Sometimes there will be characters, the position back here seems meaningless. Seems like no big deal how you set up. But that's not true. This character right here that we're about to go up against, this thing with the tongue. So he's really bad about jumping behind the person that mirrors his position. That means if you're big damage dealer, let's say you have Goat Girl standing around and she's going to be doing the lion's share of your damage paired up with somebody else, maybe he's going to tie her up, keeping her from hitting these other enemies that are in a group. So she's not getting her area of effect. Not to mention she may end up dead because she's over here dealing with her own little enemy. We'll stop this fight. Let's just see how this works. We have a normal setup. Now look, behind her, down here on the bottom, she's being attacked and she's completely tied up. 100% taking her out of this fight. Now I'm going to stop this before it's over. Ares is still doing a good job, but look who's good. Man, it's tough, right? She's locked up. We might actually get through this. It looks like we will, but let's exit this battle. Another problem you might have if you're getting through it with she has a lot of sustain now that she's 3-star gold at the right level. She has leech, but you may not have that comfort, and you may have one of your support characters there. Maybe your problem will be that they're killing a weak support character, and you actually need to put somebody with sustain in that position. Or you could even do something like this. Seems a little bit odd, but what will happen is Ares will draw the attack and then pull that into the center where everything is actually happening. We'll see how this goes because we're putting one of our support champions up front at risk. But you see, he's kind of tied up Ares, but once Ares sets off, he should have everybody in the group. And now, well, Fair, the guy who draws them together, also knocks them away. But still, now we have a much better setup where our big damage dealer in the back row is absolutely left alone. Now, Ares would be doing a lot more work had he not got tied up for that split second, but it's an easy win this way. So sometimes just manipulating where you are, even on your back row, or putting a sustained character in the back row, completely makes a difference. It's pretty simple, but definitely worth noting, especially when you get in the arena. And it goes the same way. Let's get out of here. It goes the same way for you. The arena is probably a better place to check this, but you can take somebody effectively out of the fight. Maybe we'll find something more realistic to fight here. So I suppose here we would be worried about taking a lot of damage from him. So you can take a hero who's going to try to take him out of the fight temporarily. You also may very well have enough control on your team to not have to worry about it. But the position that you put these heroes in, like lining them up for the first person that's going to come up against them, we want Ares to be stunned. I'm going to put him in front of Ares. And then we're going to bring in our healer. She is a healer. Lots of damage coming here. I'm not really sure about this one, but the setup looks okay as long as Goat Girl doesn't get sneak attacked from behind. Should be a pretty easy fight. But you see Ares is locked up with an actual tank who can throw out a stun every now and then, pull them in for my Ares, and then he'll go to town on them. Meanwhile, our back row is left alone pretty well. This character over here is doing some stuff I've never seen. It's always fun when you're new to a game and you're learning all these things. But that's another thing. Other than checking your position, the same fight can go dramatically different by changing positions, thinking through what's going to happen when you do that. Also, when it comes to these characters you don't know, when you're in the trial, try out those new characters. When you get to hire them from the tent, hire out new characters, try them out, because it's a great way to get a feel for how they play when you actually don't have that character. Just a little bit of advice, but positioning can mean everything. It can mean everything. I was stuck yesterday on 1140, and changing my positions got me straight through it, and I'm still going. So hopefully it can do the same for you. Thank you for your time. Until next time, enjoy the grind.